Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Marvel Snap. Today I have a Strong Guy deck. I know not many people use Strong Guy, you probably forgot he existed. He's not really that great of a card, however, I think I built a pretty good shell for him here. It's got kind of like a Shanna Kazoo package, as well as the discard package. So we have Nebula, great one drop, keeps scaling every turn. Nope. Iceman, another great one drop to kind of disrupt the opponent. We have Zabu because we have a few 4 costs in there, and they are much better at 3 costs, so I'd rather discount them with Zabu. Colleen's in there to kind of discard something in our hand, kind of lessen the amount of cards in our hand to help the Strong Guy get his buff, because he gets buffed whenever our hand is empty. But she's also here to synergize with Daken, who wants his Muramasa Shard discarded, and usually that's the lowest cost card in our hand. We'll just keep that on our hand. We'll never really play it unless we don't have a way to discard it. We're also going to be running Magic. The more turns we have to play cards, the better, because then our hand will end up more empty. Gives us more opportunity to scale the Strong Guy. Like I said, we're running a Shanna package. She just kind of throws a bunch of 1 costs in each lane. Really good to go with Pazar, who buffs all the 1 cost cards. So he'll buff our Iceman and Nebula, as well as whatever Shanna gives us. And Shanna can sometimes give us some not okay cards, like, for example, the Hood, -3 power, we don't want that, but we'll get the Demon. We're not really saving her for, like, the last turn, so we can kind of work with what she gives us. And then Strong Guy, he's going to get buffed if our hand is empty, which is the whole goal of the deck, is to make our hand empty to buff him, as long as he's on the board anyway. Hell Cow, another discard card. A 4/6 is pretty good stat line. Discards 2 cards. I'm also running Sarah because on turn 5 we can play Sarah, and if we have Magic played earlier, that's 2 turns where we have a lot of discounted cards to really empty our hand down. So I think she's really good here. And then MODOK is like a backup plan if we can't play enough cards to empty our hand. He'll just discard our entire hand on the last turn, and that might even include the Daken Shard, Muramasa Shard, to buff the Daken. So we're going to go ahead and hop into a Gold Conquest battle and see how it does. Alright, looks like we're going against Micron. Hope I said that right. Okay, we have a pretty good starting hand. It's got a pretty good curve. I don't really want to play into Clintar. Like, I want to buff the Iceman with Kazar. Well, in case you don't draw the Kazar, and we might need the board space. We'll go ahead and play him in there. Definitely want to disrupt their hand now, though. Morag is okay. We'll go ahead and play Zabu into the Unrevealed over here. We can get into Morag pretty easily, with Shanna being one way to just throw a card in there, but also once we have Sarah down, we can play a lot of cheap cards. So we have Jeff. Dark Tower is pretty good. I think I'm going to actually play the Daken there and wait to discard his shard until after he gets that +2, which then becomes a +4 for him because he'll double up. Looks like we're going against one of those move decks. I'm just going to go ahead and play Shanna now. Yeah. We have the Kazar, so we can buff the 1-drops if we need to. Oh, Spider-Man. Pull something mid. Shanna herself. And we won't have Ghosts making us reveal last, which is good. I don't really care about that. Strong Guy. That's a really good draw right now. Alright, so if I play Sarah, I can play Strong Guy and MODOK. I like that. I'm giving up on the Kazar, but we really only have 2 1 costs, so I'm not too worried about it. So we're going to go ahead and play the Sarah. I'm going to snap. I'm not sure what else they could play. I'm thinking MODOK into Clintar, Strong Guy into Morag. Silk. And she goes right to get the Dark Tower buff. Okay. So Daken's gonna gain 6, which will tie that lane unless he plays there. I'm thinking of sticking to the original plan, but maybe I don't need to put as much power mid. Like, what are the odds that he plays into mid? Where do we think he's gonna put power? We could do this. Maybe turn it around. Let's see if we had 10 here plus. That's a lot of power. We could still go mid and give up left, because he might go harder left. It's hard to say. D10, riding 16, that puts us at 30. That seems like overkill almost. And over here we're only going to 12. You only need 7. If Silk moves mid, we lose that. So actually, we're gonna Modok and Strong Guy here. I can't remember if I snapped or if he snapped. I snapped, okay. We're just gonna go for it, see what happens. Okay. So, as long as Silk does not go... the chances are Silk's going mid. She doesn't go mid! We win! Yes. And this is a really good deck we're going against, so it's a pretty good showcase. Took 4 cubes right off the bat. Let's see if we can take another 4. Really put the pressure on. This is like that Lambie series move deck that everyone's been using. There's like 3 top decks right now. That's one of them. The She-Not deck is another one. And the Surfer with the Brood Absorbing Man. Alright, Nidavellir. I think we're going to play Iceman there to get some power generating there. That's a really good location to have a lot of cards in, so Shauna's going to really like that location. I think I'm going to Zabu into the Unrevealed. Back to building is where I want Strong Guy or Daken. And depending what this is, Gamma Lab. I don't want my Zabu to disappear. We're going to extend the game. We're going to do magic. I don't think that helps them too much, and it might help me more, so we'll do that. Oh no. Alright, so we're losing the Zabu, but we're getting a 12 power Hulk. I do feel like he has a Shang-Chi, which could be problematic. But that's okay. He can use a 4 energy to get rid of a card I spent 2 energy on. I don't want a Colleen yet. We could just Shanna now. I'm expecting a Shang-Chi, so we're just going to Shanna in this lane, because he might clear it up a little bit for us. Angela and Spider-Man. See what we got. Alright, a little bit of disruption. Got Kazar. Kazar is really good. We could Sarah now, though. I think that's what we're going to do. Well, I don't have a lot of room to play cards. Let's see. If I Sarah, next turn I can Modok and maybe Daken, which is another 2 spots. Yeah, we'll just fill the board. I think we can Sarah. Is that Shang-Chi? That's gotta be Shang-Chi. There it is. Thanks for the board space. Appreciate it. We got the Daken. I think... Is mid unwinnable? 8 power there puts us at 16. We can always just play the Modok there, if anything. I think we're going to do this. And then hopefully we draw the Strong Guy. I can play Strong Guy mid. And if not, Hellcow's good. I think the worst draw is Nebula. As long as we don't draw Nebula, we should be fine. Alright. Strong guy, there we go. So this is easy. It is just strong guy, Modok. Because this goes up to 17, which wins by 1. He's probably going to play in it though. So do we want to just really... Let's see, this is going to gain 10 plus 4, 14. 14 plus 9 is going to move. Well, just in case it does, it comes back. 14 plus 9 is 23. He's at 8. That's a lot of power. I'm going to snap. And I think this is the move here. Even Captain Marvel would just add 10 and bring it up to 18. Hopefully Silk goes mid, and then we don't even have to worry about it. Silk, go mid. Silk, go mid. No. Legion. Interesting. Silk, go mid. Yes. And then she can't go anywhere. Another 4 cubes. There we go. That was an interesting choice to Legion, because I definitely had a lot more cards than them, which helps out with all the additional 5 bonuses. I don't know. Maybe they thought they could be sneaky and have more cards somewhere, but Silk just did not roll in their favor. Alright, not an awful starting hand. Hopefully we don't have to skip turn 2. I would like Zabu or Nebula. Nebula for miniaturized lab would be really good. Mojo World is good for us. Alright, we didn't draw into it. I could snap and put pressure on him, like, he only has 2 cubes. And if I lose 2, it's not the end of the world, but I'll let him breathe a little bit. Kind of see what the game plan is. Alright, miniaturized lab is closed. Project Pegasus. Daken and Strong Guy, easy. Let's see, Strong Guy, put here, Daken here. Yeah, I like it. I don't want to play Shanna because she's not going to put anything in miniaturized lab yet, and I'd rather her put a card in each spot. Oh, they're filling Mojo World. Okay, Angela makes sense. Silk makes sense. Yep, Kitty. Okay, so that's going to be a tough lane to win with Angela there and them having Kitty. Already at 13 power, 9 power. We have magic. I know I can fill Mojo World, but so can they. So maybe I just magic it anyway? Actually, in case Silk lands mid and gets stuck mid at some point, where I can just kind of play into it and move her and win that spot, I'm going to leave it up. Magic and Project Pegasus is the move. Alright, looks like we're really going to win Project Pegasus with Daken and Strong Guy. So then she's going to go mid. And they'll have to move Jeff to play there. So they can still play there and move her, which is unfortunate. I almost just want to play Hellcow. Actually, no. We're going to do Zabu, Colleen. Maybe Colleen here. To move the Silk back, if anything. Yeah. There we go. We moved the Jeff. How did I know? Okay. So we win Limbo. Because we're going to get the Strong Guy buff. Silk ain't moving anywhere. So we just need to win Miniaturized Lab. 6 and 12. I have 12 power in my hand right now, which puts us at 16 to their 12. I'm just gonna Sarah. Hopefully we draw Modok. Yeah, I don't think it's registered to them that they've lost. Captain Marvel isn't going to really help them. Alright, so I'm expecting 7 power from Kitty over here. We drew the Modok. Oh, that's beautiful. Now we can just Modok, Cow. That's a lot of power. And we're going to win Limbo. I don't think they're expecting Strong Guy to go off. And they're going to focus on Mojo World. Nothing I have is Strong Shield. They reveal first. Doesn't even matter. I'm surprised they didn't Legion to get rid of Limbo. As like a sneaky win, unless they didn't draw him. Kitty. Yeah. GG.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
And there you have it. Strong Guy Zoo. It beat one of the top meta decks. Honestly, not the best deck. It's definitely a little difficult to play. You gotta kind of draw right. If you don't draw Strong Guy, then the whole deck kind of doesn't have a purpose almost. We have a couple backup plans like Daken and the Shanna Kazar Zoo type thing, which can work. But there's definitely a lot of other meta decks that are a lot better. But it can put up on its own. As you saw, it went up against a meta deck and it won. So it is good. It's just a little difficult to play. But if you wanted to give Strong Guy a shot, or play like an interesting different deck that people might not expect, this is definitely a good one to go with. No one ever expects Strong Guy. But yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, but I'd prefer you didn't. And if you're going to subscribe to someone, why not Tony? And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.